Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about top online interview tips. So this is a great video to watch if you have an online interview coming up or if you're looking for jobs at the moment, because chances are that interview process will be online. I think regardless of what happens in the world, online interviews are a thing that's going to stay. There's going to be more and more of them. So having good skills, some good online interview etiquette is really, really important if you want to progress with your career. The great thing about the tips in this video is they're easy to use, they're easy to implement, and you can start using them straight away. So let's get started. My first tip is all about eye contact. So when you're in a face-to-face interview, eye contact is so important. It says a lot about you as a person in terms of your confidence, but it's also a really good indicator for the person who's interviewing you on how well you get on. The problem with online interviews is, of course, you've got a laptop in between you, so you have to work extra hard for that eye contact. Now, I've made a video all about how to keep eye contact with the camera lens, which I'll link up here. But in summary, eye contact with that camera lens is essential. For the person interviewing you, it makes them feel like you're looking at them directly in the eye. So maintaining eye contact with the camera lens is something you really need to focus on. And just taking a tip from that video that I suggest you watch, get a post-it note, put it on top of your laptop, right where the camera lens is, with a big arrow saying, "Look here," as a constant reminder to you for where you need to focus your eye line. My second tip when it comes to online interviews is think about your background. Now, I've created a whole other interview about backgrounds on online meetings and online presentations, which you can watch if you want. I'll link it here. Keep it simple, do it well, basically. Don't overcomplicate it. Do not use a virtual background. Find a space that really, really works. Something simple, like the setting I'm in at the moment, very simple setting. Find somewhere that you can sit that isn't distracting to your audience. Also, think about lighting. Again, here's another video to watch, which is all about that. So what I'm saying here is your background isn't as easy as to say, right, I'm going to sit here just because there's a comfortable chair here to sit on. You need to think about it, especially when you're interviewing, because your background says a lot about you. If, for instance, you decide to sit at your kitchen table and there's a whole array of crap behind you, what does that say about you as a person? Take the time to dress the scene, make the background look neat, look tidy, make sure you're happy with it. Take a picture of it, record it in Zoom in advance so you can check it looks all right. The background says so much about you as a person, so it's worth getting right. Only use a virtual background as a last resort. Tip number 3, dress to impress. Now, I say dress to impress, I mean dress to impress not only the person who's interviewing you, so look smart, look as if you've made an effort. People do not want to interview people who look like they can't be asked. It looks like you don't really want the job. Make sure you make an effort, but also dress to impress yourself. So if, for instance, I was sat here with no makeup on, in my scruffs, looking like a bag of shit, then I wouldn't feel great about talking to you. But by making an effort, you naturally feel better. You're putting on your best version of yourself, and that is what you want to do in your online interview. My fourth point is really important when it comes to online interviews, and it's all about minimizing distractions. So you want to make sure that you have no deliveries that are coming and things like that, but you also want to make sure that you turn off notifications on your laptop. You want to make sure that nothing is going to start playing, like your phone, for instance, isn't going to ring. All of those little things. Distractions can really distract you. But if they occur, like if your phone goes off, for instance, it's really hard to come back from that. It can totally derail what you're saying. I mean, imagine if you're right in the middle of delivering a great bit of content where you're talking about yourself and why you should be the person for the job, and then your phone rings or something. It's a nightmare. So get rid of all of those distractions. And my fifth tip is to practice. Now, I talk about practicing a lot on my channel, but really it is the key to success. And it's the key to success in an online interview. The great thing about online applications like Zoom, like Teams, is that you can set them up in advance and do a technical run. So you can run the whole thing, you can record it, and you can review it back to check you're happy. You could even ask a family member to pretend to be the interviewer, so you really get used to interacting with someone online. And you also pretty much know the questions they're going to ask. So make sure in advance you work on answers to these questions. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Can you give me an example of something you've achieved, something you're really proud of? What will you bring to this business? Now, if you can answer those questions, you pretty much know you're going to get a variation of that question in your interview, and you can be really prepared and know what you're going to say when they come. A last point, which is, I think, just really important. So we'll call this the top point that is so important in my mind, and that is, don't forget to smile. Honestly, it makes such a difference. If you smile, you'll come across as a nice, as a warm person. When you smile, it's hard for the interviewer not to smile back. It will make such a difference to how you feel about the interview in itself. So make sure you smile at the start, make sure you smile when the other person is talking, and make sure you smile when you sign off at the end. It will be the final impression that you give to that interviewer. So make sure it's a good one. I hope you found that video useful. As always, please do subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found these tips useful. Please do subscribe to my channel because I upload videos weekly, and it makes a massive difference if I get more subscribers, basically. Let me know in the comments below if there is any content you'd like me to cover, or if you have any questions about this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.